What is it?
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynal Draelis, will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. I understand that Bumf Gragash trains other Fighter Guild members on the proper use of heavy armors. See? I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynal Draelis, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynal arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer. Feel free to question anyone in town.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Raynal Draelis. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Raynal, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Raynal convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire.
Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Raynal character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Excuse me.
have any more. That will. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I know I sound desperate, but I know.
What can I... Thank you. How kind. I usually don't give out that kind... See, was that... See, was that... Raynill's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
You get any closer and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off. Hi.
Have you ever spoken to Juntus Brolus?
Can't say I know him well. I understand he'll train people to cast illusions. I have no time for your pathetic attempts at small talk. Greetings, Nor.
What can I do for you today? Gellerborn? That's odd that you... Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynill and his so-called accomplishment. Just look for me if you... Hello?
So, any new revelations in your... How do you know about that? Oh, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gellerborn was killed by Raynill not too long ago. Gellerborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gellerborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynill have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynill from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Good to see you.
How goes it?
Not bad.
That's fine news.
Bye.
Good day.
Hello.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money, if you've got the stones for it.
Oh?
Sirach is a good healer. He's a Red Guard, but you'd think he was a Nord the way he acts.
He's certainly become more like a Nord over the years. Quite a competent healer, too.
Good day.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynill was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gellerborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynill doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. Please hurry. Rain. Greetings, Doctor.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's tap and tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here, but then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
What news do you bring? Yes, I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the brotherhood he had created with Raynil. Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word. Brother. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. Justice has been done.
Good morning. Tight.
What is it? Go ahead, please. I think Adriana Barrena is the ranking mage at the Mages Guild in town. Typical snooty mage. What do people do here? In town, shopkeepers, smiths, priests, the usual. Fighters and Mages Guild. The rest are farmers or herders. Wines are a Skingrad specialty, and the Surly and Tamika vineyards are famous all over Cyrodiil. Have a good day now.
Spare a coin for the infirm?
Me? I'm Falano, House Lalo, as if that matters here. I bought some wine from David Surly. Excellent body. He's a fine vintner. I'm the only alchemist in Skingrad. Not much business here, but I can't go back to Morrowind. It's just like anywhere else in the Empire. By the way, do you happen to know what the fine is here in Cyrodiil for necrophilia? Just asking. Let's assume... no. That's nothing compared to Morrowind, thanks. Farewell.
Well met.
Yes? Come on, join the Fighters Guild, see the world, and get paid for it. Ambrose Khan is really good with his shield. Even better than Phalos Kaladis, I think. The whole West Weald is pretty good goblin hunting country. They're thick here in Kolovia, along the Valenwood and elsewhere borders. Try the big goblin den called Derelict Mine, out east along the Gold Road. If you're looking to join up, you should speak with Vilena Danton in Coral, Azan in Anvil, or Burz Grokash in Shadenal. You too.
Hello.